Hey guys, it's Emily. So I thought that today, and I hope that my dog's running around isn't too loud, but I thought that since today was a Sunday and I had some time on my hand that I would do the TTC tag because, I don't know, I just thought it would be kind of fun and I could redo it a little later. If we don't get pregnant, it'll be interesting to see like how things change. So I am going to do the one that a girl whose username I believe is maybe baby did, and so I'm going to try that one, and I'm just going to be reading them off my phone, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing. So the first question is, how long have you been TTC? So technically this is our second cycle trying. We were going to try in December, so technically maybe it's our third one, but stuff happened in December. It didn't really work out. We decided to start TTCing back in October, and I started taking prenatal vitamins, which I need to do today, and stuff like that. I just knew that I couldn't get pregnant like before the beginning or the middle of like December because I need my short-term, sorry, that's my dog. I needed my short-term disability insurance to kick in. So the next question is, how many kids do you want to have? So I don't know. I feel like this really depends. Like, sorry, I wish this wasn't so dark. I guess I could turn on lights, but I don't know how much that would do. Anywho, so the first factor is, obviously, like I've mentioned in other videos, I do have a vision problem that's genetic. So if we're passing on genetic testing because we're going to trust that, whatever God wants to happen is going to happen. But so if our first baby does have my genetic condition, we will either stop because, I don't want to keep having kids and them all have poor vision, or we will see a genetic counselor, get more information. So it could be one, it could be two, it could be three. I don't want any more than three, and let's be honest, it could just be one or two. But I don't know, part of me really likes the idea of three because I feel like families with three kids tend to be closer. And I think siblings teach kids things, but at the same time, like, oh my goodness, children are expensive. And so I don't know if three kids is really practical. Okay, so the next question is, how old are you and your significant other? I just turned 25, which I'm sure you are all falling on the floor about, because I get asked what grade I am in school all the time, and my husband is 25 and he'll turn 26 in September. So there's that. What is your marital status? We're married. We got married in December 2012, so we've been married, I don't know, about 15 months or so, like a year and a quarter. So there's that. What are some of the crazy things you do while TTCing? I was really crazy last month and I just kept peeing on things, but I think this cycle I've been pretty sane. So I don't know, I guess it'll depend. We'll see how it goes. I was good, I think, up through ovulation last cycle too. So yes. So yeah, peeing on things. Does your hubby know about TTC things? Kind of. He knows. Minnie, no. No barking. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a dog over in the window. It's my girl dog, Minnie. Yes, you can see kind of the shadow, like right there. She likes to sit in the window and bark and defend us from really threatening things like leaves. But so anyway, what was the question? Oh, how much does your hubby know about hold on. Yeah, how much does your hubby know about TTC things? So he knows kind of when the green days are, because I told him about those. He understands kind of like what ovulation is and like that when things happen and stuff like that. That's probably the extent of it, and I don't really know how much more he needs to know. Have you been diagnosed with any kind of infertility? Nope. Neither of us have, but we haven't been trying for very long, so that's not really on the it's not really on the spectrum yet. Like, it's not a concern. I'm sorry. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this light is very unflattering. Anyway, what keeps you busy during your 2-week wait? So technically, I've only had one real 2-week wait because I knew in December it was very unlikely that I'd get pregnant, and so it was just pretty much last month. And being crazy kept me pretty darn busy. Right now, we are just so busy. We're both working 55 or 60-hour weeks. Um, so it's like we wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. No, I'm just kidding. Um, we wake up in the mornings, we get ready for work, we go to work. I run home at lunch every day to let my dogs out because they're 10 to 12 pounds, so they can't hold their bladder all day. And then normally I work until 5:30 or 6. He gets home around 6:30. So meanwhile, I come home, I walk the dogs, I make dinner, and then we have dinner, we clean up dinner, and then it's like, I don't know, like 7:30, I feel like, before we can like sit down. And some nights I try and throw in some running. So yeah, I mean, we're pretty busy on the weekday basis, and then he occasionally, like twice a month, works Saturdays, and I right now I'm working every Saturday. So on Saturdays, it's 1 or 2 o'clock before we get home from work, and then we've got to do things like grocery shopping, errands, cleaning the house. And so Sunday we wake up and go to church at like 8:30. Church service is 8:30, and then I get breakfast with my parents. And so it's like, I don't know, we're very busy, and so sometimes the time just kind of passes without you really realizing it. But like I said, I was crazy last month, like certifiable. What days do you usually ovulate? I can't be positive because, look, I look so much better with the light from my phone hitting my face. I can't be positive because I don't temp, but I normally get positive OPKs anywhere from cycle day 13 to cycle day 15, so I think I'm about average, which some people get really mean and mad if you call yourself like average or normal, so excuse me if that was offensive. What gender are you hoping for? Honestly, I don't care. I mean, I think that there are benefits to both. If it's a boy, I get to remain the princess of the house. If it's a girl, I feel like I will be able to play with them more. But if it's a boy, daddy will be able to play with him more, which I think is kind of important, especially with your first kids. But I also see my husband kind of being like a sucker for a little girl because he's a sucker for me. So, not in like a bad way, but I mean, he's kind of used to like princessy people. So, yeah. So I don't really care either way. Honestly, I'm mostly just concerned with the baby being healthy, 10 fingers, 10 toes, not any genetic problems, good health, no birth defects. Like, really, that's my first concern. How many pregnancy books do you have? I technically don't own any pregnancy books. I have a pregnancy book on my Kindle. It was more about getting pregnant though. It was okay. I never finished reading it. So take that for what it is. I forget what it was called. I think it was like the Impatient Woman's Guide to Getting Pregnant. Okay, how many home pregnancy tests do you take per cycle? Well, normally I would say 2 or 3 because I did test some in the months before we were technically trying, when we weren't trying or preventing really. But last cycle, I'm not kidding. I think I took like 12. They were, a lot of them were like the cheap like Wanfo ones, but I used a whole box of the first response. It was a 3 test box, and I took 2 digitals. I took the second digital. I took the first digital mainly because I got it and I wanted to try it, and I took the second one because it was I was going to be drinking that night, and I didn't want to worry anything about like, I don't know. I thought it might be more effective. Gracious. Oh no! Look how bright I am now. So okay. So what design or designer themes do you have for your nursery? So this is actually something I've been thinking about for years. I have a couple, and I'm so torn because I'm like, if it's a girl, I know my instinct is going to be, I want it pink, I want it girly, I want it like Parisian and girly and just fun. But then I also like some more like gender neutral things that could be used for boys, or a girl could obviously stay in them, is I really like Noah's Ark stuff. I think that is so cute. And I also really like the vintage Pooh and stuff. And I've also contemplated like a Snoopy nursery. But the problem with that is Snoopy is not nearly as popular as a lot of other things, so that'd be kind of hard. And so, I don't know. I've contemplated a lot of things. I like the idea for like a Winnie the Pooh nursery of oh, the light went bad again, but like of almost like I could draw like a little tree, and it could be like a reading corner when they get older. I don't know. So I've thought about that a lot. Okay. Um, do you plan to pregnancy vlog? I would think so, but here's my thing. I don't know, like, I feel like it would be wrong to tell YouTube I was pregnant before I told my parents and like my family. Like, what if on the off chance that they found the vlog? So I don't know, because I probably wouldn't want to tell them before like 7 or 8 weeks. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, obviously, if I disappeared off of here, though, people would suspect. So I don't know. I don't really know the answer to that question. Who are your favorite YouTubers to watch? I've really been liking Devin Roberts' family. I feel so bad for that girl because she's having such a hard time with her morning sickness, but I think it's almost done for her. I like, as I mentioned in my last vlog, Emmy Ware one, and then there are others. I kind of watch people sporadically. I don't really have the infertility issues that I know of, so like, while I want to see those people get their BFPs, when they talk about like all the stuff they go through, I feel like that's almost only enjoyable to watch, like, or not that it's not enjoyable, but it's like that matters more when you're going through it too, because it means a lot more to you. You know what like they're talking about and stuff, and I genuinely just kind of don't. I also like Maureen M. I feel like there are a lot of TTCers from like the north, like near Canada, because I pick up on a lot of like O's. Like, I don't know, just like I can tell like the way they say their O's. They're certainly not from around me. Um, but I live in the quasi south. I'm in like between the south and the north. So I don't know. I don't quite understand. But so anyway, that has nothing to do with it. I just kind of watch people. Sorry, my dogs are super rude. I just kind of watch people when I get a chance and when their stories are particularly interesting to me. But like I said, I really have been liking the girls who are just kind of like relying on God to like get them through like everything. I think that is very valuable to me, and it's good for me to see. It's good reminders. So I've really been enjoying them. And then, what have you bought for your future baby? Nothing. I don't have anything. I almost bought this thing for like the nursery like last year at Target. It was on sale. It was one of those things that would like cast. I know it was Pooh. I think it was like, it looked like a little honey jar. It was from like a vintage Pooh nursery. And I don't, so it's a honey jar, but I think it cast like little stars on the ceiling. I don't remember, but it was cute. But I didn't get it. So that's the closest I've ever come to buying anything for our future baby. If I'm not pregnant when we go to Disney, I might end up caving there, just because when am I gonna get a chance to like buy that stuff again? But so yeah. And do I have a birth plan is the last question. And no, and I honestly like, I don't know, like, sorry, I don't know what I'll end up doing, because like I definitely don't want to do a home birth because my house isn't that big, and I don't know, like, I feel like it's just all on where you live, and I kind of live in a podunk area of the world, and I don't think very many people around here do that, so I don't know that there'd be someone super qualified to help with it. Sorry. And then as far as like a hospital birth, I don't know. I used to say that I would have an all-natural birth because I was afraid of epidurals. But so then, I don't know, like a month or two ago, I watched like a video on how epidurals work. And it was like a cartoon video, so I didn't have the gross medical stuff in it because I get a little squeamish and faint. And it didn't look that bad. Like, I thought it was much worse than it actually is, just because everyone always talks about like how huge those needles are. And yes, for a needle, it's probably big, but it's not like somebody's inserting like a PVC pipe in your back. So there is that. I feel like I could do a natural birth, and it wouldn't be like suffering to suffer. It just would be like, Minnie. Sorry, my dog is so rude. Minnie, down. Minnie. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, you slid on the floor. Sorry. You have to. We have. Anyway, she's probably she's gonna go over there again. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe we can continue when she's done. But so, I can't edit this out as a direct upload. I'm sorry. Minnie, come here. Minnie, come here. Minnie, come here. My dogs don't listen to me. My dogs don't listen to me. I'll be right back. That's right. Come here. Okay. So basically, just to finish this up real quick, I don't think it would be suffering to suffering, but like, if I don't have to go through it, why? Like, if I can do it, she's gonna make me wish. Hold on. Min, come here. Min, come here. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. You're gonna hang out in my lap for the rest of this video. So, this is the loudmouth who's been doing all the barking. She's a miniature dachshund. You can't really see her because she's so dark. And it's dark in this video. But anyway, she's going to hang out in my lap. So, I don't know. If I could do it, I think it'd be nice. But at the same time, I think there are benefits to the epidural. I recently watched Rachel Talbot's birth story, and she said she had them turn hers down quite a bit, and it helped with all the side effects, but then it also kind of got rid of the worst of it, took the edge off things. So yeah, that's where I stand on that, and I'm going to talk to you guys later because this is a really long video, and I'm really sorry that this little girl is such a loud mouth. Such a loud mouth. I wish you could see her. She's very cute. She's very cute. Can you get closer, Minnie? Can you get closer? Not really, but yeah, so I will talk to you guys later, and yeah, bye.